Hello, everybody.
Big night.
Welcome to another live watch party. Appreciate you guys joining us. Looks like Champ's in here and
Oh
LB.
boy. It's going to be a fun night if the champ is here.
Champ number 2 is here, LB.
I love it.
Yeah, wow. We got a decent amount of viewers already. That's exciting. And Scott joined us tonight, which we truly appreciate. So we can actually look at our phones to bid.
I love the boom mic, man. He's just got it going down. It's like the soothing, voice of the seer of soccer.
Is that why you didn't make the phone call?
So some fun things ending tonight. I think we talked a bit about it on the premium, but there's some interesting ones. We made some predictions, so we'll see how close we are to any of our predictions, Al. And some it looks like I may as well just pop the screen up. I don't know if I'm going to be any better about keeping up with all this, but whatever. So I just have these sorted by the highest price, and we'll kind of scroll along. Fortunately, we have 20 some minutes to
we're in the extended
check these out.
Yeah, we're in the extended bidding already.
Yeah.
So, are you going? Hey Ed, how's it going? Are you going from highest price down?
Yeah, that's how I sorted it. So this is all from 2002 and earlier. So I am not logged in this, so I don't need everybody seeing what I'm doing. So I don't need you seeing my top bid on things. But I think we should be able to see everything. But if anybody here has that's watching has something we want to keep an eye on, just put it in the chat. Also, thumbs up, all that stuff. Your activity in here helps us. So give us thumbs up if you can on the YouTube, and let's have some fun.
Subscribe, all that type of good stuff that we really
just interact. That's what we really what helps us do these things. So
then you should probably add like a middle finger emoji.
Yeah, I'll take that seriously. Like whatever, just participate. You can give thumbs down too. I don't care.
Like, is there one? That would be great. There should be one.
A thumbs down.
No,
a middle finger.
A middle finger one.
Yeah, I mean, why not? That would be fitting for us.
God, that reminds me. I know we're supposed to talk soccer cards, but one day we were like on a trip with my mom, and she taught my kids when they were small to flip me off. So I turned around to take a picture, and I turned around to take a picture of them, and they were all flipping me off. And I'm like, "Are you kidding me? This is great."
That's amazing.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. Thoughts on Andrade?
Love him, right? What's not to love? I mean, one of the key players of the 20s through the 30 World Cup. I mean, massively important figure for early soccer. Generally low pop, Uruguayan issues are tough. The crack is amazing. The Andes, what sold last night, is amazing. There's other amazing ones, that have been made of him. So generally, I mean, thumbs up long. I mean, they've had a good run here recently, but I mean, there's no reason to think that's not sustainable. It's just the pops are so low, and he's just such a key player of the 20s and 30s, right? Wouldn't you agree with that, Scott?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else you could say.
Yeah,
I like the cracks more. That's the only thing I would say. But I like this first color card, though, right?
Yeah, I like the Andy because of the color.
Yeah, the photo is incredible.
And it had, the photo is incredible, and the back. I love the crack and what is the other one? Araspe, because they're photographic, but the backs are blank.
The cracks have.
The crack actually has the printed back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy. Oh, Adam, you're great. Fun.
Scott gets covered up every time we put that.
Oh yeah, it covered me up, man.
2 up for auction tonight. For
Those were 2 of the easier ones. Just to keeping it real, at least in my estimation. So
for Andrade's,
yeah, there's the 1932 and the 40. So post career.
Oh, right.
Yeah, let me search.
Yeah. I'll find them.
Yeah.
Here's one.
Anything that jumps out at you, yeah, there's a 42 Glorietta as well. It's a PSA 2, which is actually a high grade for that one. Those are usually pretty thrashed, and a lot of those have really blank backs. And
that 32's at 1,000. All right, that's fantastic.
Yeah, a 3 is a high grade in that one. Maybe the highest.
42. Anybody know what it's at? That would help.
Yeah, I just had it up here. Hang on.
I found it. Yep, it's at 300.
$300.
Yeah, I love that. The set's really like a good looking set. I mean, granted, it's late, but
post playing career, but it's an amazing sticker, great colors, love it.
I wonder what the Nasazi's at in that.
Actually, I think the Nasazis were relatively low, and I'm looking at those thinking to myself, he's.
Don't you feel like there's a major disconnect between the two of them right now?
That's exactly what I was going to say. I think
I'm sorry.
he's basically at the same, level. I may say that I personally have a slight preference for Andrade, but you have one for Nasazi.
But I'll say, like, one's way more offensive than the other. So, like, I totally get that. And has other reasons.
But when you think about it, like the disconnect isn't here. What is that? 7-1.
Yeah. So 150 for the Nasazi. Probably the condition's a little worse for this one. And I think the other one's under $100. The 42.
Yeah. Anything here, Scott, that just jumps out at you, just being something that's super, cool that you hadn't seen, or that people should be aware of? Just
I think you could start at the beginning with those ultras, right? I mean, those are beautiful.
Yeah,
I love that set.
That's one set I'd feel pretty good if that the pop's never going to be very high on.
Yeah, and that set's so big that it's hard to get any individual card. Right. So, and where are we on these right now?
What do you think about the backs on these? Did you see?
I didn't like those pink lines that run down the backs of all three of them.
What is that? Do you know what that is?
I don't know exactly what it is. I think they were probably pasted in some sort of an album or had some, because they're exact same on all three of them.
Right.
So,
I mean, other than that, though, the backs are fantastic. Like, you know what I mean?
Which if you and I don't cross over to PSA, but if you did, do you think that this would get like a Mark MK?
Yeah, I think it would probably be, if I look at this, it'd probably be a 1.5 or a 2 MK.
Yeah.
It looks like that's up to 11,000 before BP.
Yeah, I would also say that I don't think there is a like huge grade price differential on these types of things. I think just kind of getting a copy, one that has good eye appeal, is the more important thing than worrying about the technical grade. I think it's just that class of card.
No, I agree. And the Orsi I think it's got two different offerings in this set, right?
Yeah.
A little different camera perspective.
Exactly. The farther set back one, that's the one that I have.
Yeah.
I think I posted it once in the Discord, and then the other one is this one, the chest up, torso view.
No, I don't think I've seen this one before until this auction. I have the other one.
And that's what's intriguing, right? Is because, like, the ones we always see is the one that Al's talking about. And when I say always see, I mean, it's probably that's why we always see it, because Al has it. But, like, I mean, I feel like I've seen more of that than this one.
So I think I was going back in my records trying to see like what I had seen, and I think I came up with 3 of the standing far back and 2 of these.
Okay.
So, but I mean,
anecdotally, and it's such a small sample. Who's to say, right? So.
Exactly.
But is it the same card number, or are they different card numbers?
Different card numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, this is later, right? Because the other one's like number 101 or something like that.
Yeah. So that one's good. I mean, what do you guys think of the Moreno here? Obviously, big price.
Ooh, that's the Orsi just went to 12.
Yeah,
we're talking it up.
Yeah, market drivers.
Market drivers
for the 5 people listening.
Yeah,
we're up to 27.
Oh, okay. So I used to think that the Lays had, that the greens were much more rare than the whites. You know what I mean? What do you think about that? Do you think it's still that way?
Yeah, I think that it is that way for sure. I'm not sure if it is like to what extent. Like I used to have it like a 4 or 5. I think I may be closer to the 3 to 4. So not still more rare. I think here it's got 2 things going for it. Number one, it is the rarer version, and then the grade. I mean, I don't think there's anything maybe higher than a 3 besides this one, right?
Yeah,
so
that's a nice copy.
So you get both. You killed 2 birds with 1 stone with that one.
I mean, it's crazy that gets a PSA or a top 30 eye appeal.
Yeah, when it's the highest graded, right?
Yeah, okay. You show me one other one that looks better than this.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna has anybody checked the pops on this? I'll just double check it in the background here while we're chatting.
Not recently.
It just says pop 101, but
what about, so where's the Copa after all the fireworks last time?
It's at like 1,050, I think.
My God, can you imagine if it actually I can't imagine that it actually goes down there.
Yeah, we kind of were talking about this. I feel really bad for the seller.
I know.
Man, we were talking about how like it's still a great sticker. Like it's, maybe not necessarily, we thought maybe it sold for more than we thought, but I mean, I feel like the set is going to be in demand as we move forward, like it's just tough to get good condition ones and to get any of them. Like, I mean, how many do we really even know about? Like less than 10?
No, it's going to be a low pop, but I think people are just coming into the space and they look at that card. There's a lot of things that will make them shy away from it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the best copy with the scuffing on the front upper right corner.
So it's at 1275 now.
Yeah, I just mean the set in general. It's a lot of people don't think it's got great eye appeal overall. They're always damaged. Dating's a problem. The names are a lot of errors in the names. But I own the other copy. I love it, so I'm not talking it back.
So yeah, the actually on the Jose Manuel Moreno, shockingly there is a 4 green as well, and there's a 6 white. Shocking. And then there's a 3 as well. Green. Oh no, is that a 2? A 2. So I mean, it's not like I thought it was like a 5 and then a 2s. And then on the relative one, there's 15. There's 15 white and blacks, and there are 4 green and red. So that's kind of more or less what I was guessing, right? In between the 3 and 4 times rarer.
So what was the pop total?
Yeah, so in total it's 14, 15, 19 in total between greens and whites. At PSA. I'm just checking PSA.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the cards it's probably got a decent pop in the SGC, right?
It does, but I think I crossed, at least I think I had 3 of them and I crossed them all to PSA.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. Catch up with the chat. So Jeremy thinks maybe the Orsi's 27 or 28. It's later in the set. Keith's saying that the Vav Pele PSA 4 sitting at 1100 seems really low.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, because I mean, you don't see too many of them where you can see white border all the way around. Seb says, my kids are still awake. Why do they hate me? Champ says, tranquilize them with darts, Seb.
Nice.
Jeremy, interesting that the first Orsi is in the Plus Ultra is spelled ORSI, but the second one is ORZI.
That is interesting. Some interesting nuance.
Which I think we've seen that in other sets where a Z is used. And Nils being far too kind. Cheers, gents. 3 goats.
Right.
Oh, far
He's
too.
talking about the way we look.
Yeah, old goats. You son of a motherless goat. I forget what that's from. Somebody can tell us in the chat.
What do you think of those? The Orsi and the Monty. It's the like the caricature.
Also. Yeah, the Aguila.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good alternative to get an early.
Those were cheap too, right
early
now.
Early Orsi, or Monty. Still, it's a 26, so not the prettiest.
No,
I mean, I have them, but
that they might have been the first ones too.
I mean, that's quite possible. I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it's a great alternative. I mean, they aren't the prettiest things, but the backs are cool, and a lot of times people don't see the backs.
Yep, and there's definitely more. Fun. They're available, but they're not super available.
Right. Yeah. That was a cool Kaluna rookie. I like. That's a pretty rare one. I got to assume the pop is relatively low on that.
Does pop 1 of 4, none graded higher, and it's a 1.
So I mean, there you go. There's probably just a handful of those. Where's the Maradona crack PSA 6?
I think it was at 4,400 the last I saw. I'm just looking for those Aguilas real quick, just to kind of show them off.
People don't know those. Lots of fun, kind of mid-tier, what I'll call 400 to 2,000 type cards in this auction, and pretty much a wide breadth of things as well.
Yeah.
What you guys say?
Yeah, yeah. A lot of stuff we don't see often.
Damn, they're under 240. So if you want a 1926, here they are.
Yeah.
The Monty and the Orsi are at 220. Graded 3s, which is pretty good.
I'd say that's pretty good. I'd say that's, I mean, somewhere in the neighborhood of what they were pre-boom.
I'm pretty sure I paid way more than that for those 2.
Ungraded, right?
Oh, totally. Yeah. And I think they both ended up getting graded 2s.
Is that the one that's an Orsi? I can't see it. ORZI?
It is, actually, yes.
Yeah.
So let me share
nice
this tab
right there. Pick them up for $500 for the pair.
Right.
Yeah, no, that would be a great win if that holds. Again, it's still early, right?
Right.
We haven't really, nothing's really kind of taken off yet. It'll be interesting to see how things.
Let me go back to that crack.
It's just a lot of good stuff. I mean, even that Bremer sealer, that was very nice.
Yeah, what was the grade on that? It was a relatively low grade, but it looked clean, right?
It's a 3.
Yeah, so it's not that low, but it's a good looking card, and that one's always done pretty well.
As it should.
Here you go, 4,400 for the 6 crack.
Yeah, I think that would be low. Of course, we're early, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll see where's the Puskas below. We were talking about this, so it's kind of already at the floor above the floor that I had picked for it.
Yep.
Yep.
Your floor was higher.
Yep.
People recognizing the rarity of the 86 here with no signature, no star.
I mean, but I still feel like there's some run for this, don't you?
I do. I think that it'll end higher. I just don't know how much higher.
Yeah. Like I feel that's like a 5,000 to 6,000 after BP kind of thing. At least that's what my brain tells me.
Are you talking about the Puskas?
No, the Titulares Pele. I feel like I'm not gonna give my thoughts on the Puskas.
What was wrong with that Alifa next to it? It says altered.
That's probably the one that sold for 25,000. Remember that one? What happened to that?
It was just weird, right? It just did not feel right, that whole sale. So I don't know. It looks great, but maybe a little short on the top, maybe short on the size.
This has to be trimmed. I mean, that's got to be what they're talking about with altered because it looks super clean otherwise.
Yeah.
That's my only guess. Let's see what else.
The
2,300 for the Revancha.
Oh yeah, okay. That'll be a fun one to watch. So
I am really intrigued with that one. Like that's
you never see that come up.
Do you have one of those, Scott?
No. Oh, I do, but not that one.
Oh, you mean the issue?
Yeah.
But and these are the Plus Ultra. Wow, that's
look at the Tarasconi. Yeah.
Yeah, that's at 20. I mean, basically that's $2,500 on that one. That's a big number.
That's amazing. $2,000 for the Socrates.
So, I think on a lot of the stuff when I look at it, and I was just doing some comparatives here on Card Ladder, already, even if things ended here, and of course they won't, pretty strong, prices with a few exceptions. For where we're kind of sitting, especially before going into the real, ramping of the fireworks here.
Right. We're still in the middle of summer, which is usually not a good time. It's going to be interesting to watch us 3 right before the World Cup. I could totally see it building.
Yeah, this is fun. Wow, George Way. I want to say the last one of those sold for like $500 or $600, almost 900 or beyond 900 before even extended bidding.
Is he still the president?
Yeah, I think so. Like, where is it? Liberia? Maybe.
Yeah, Liberia. Yeah.
Was there a Flash Barisi in this? Not a Flash. What's the other Barisi, Al?
Yes. I know the one you're talking about with the yellow and the star.
The one that looks like the 72 Topps baseball set.
Yeah, there is one. I think it's a 3 or a 4. So that's
a cheap card. The Caceres.
Oh yeah, Delfin, especially with the 4 and in the
green. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do we got? Okay, the cert is one. Somebody said here in the chat that AA Pele is one, and the other one that sold for crazy money. So yeah, who knows what's going on there?
Oh, it's one off the other one. Okay.
Was it the same auction that Copa sold for?
No, I don't believe so. Or maybe it was. Yeah, because weren't we talking about that during the auction?
Could have been. Somebody was at the bar, had a few too many, went home.
Been there.
The wife got the credit card bill.
Oops, get what you
no,
back.
You didn't.
Boom, back up.
Oops.
There's the Prism Piola. That's a nice card. I think that's the Prism Piola, right?
Yeah.
Guys call it Prism Piola.
Yeah, and then they've got there's I think an orange background that's rarer than that one, as well. What do you think of this Ferrara card here with the chunk out of it? Pretty rare issue, low price right now.
Yep. It's but it's missing a chunk.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of the hard thing, right?
My kind of card.
All right.
So we're just a couple minutes away from the fireworks.
Yeah, let's go a little further down.
Of course, hopefully this won't be one of those times where we get.
Well, that looks cheap. That Rivellino.
Where we get.
That's not a card I follow, but that 60 is that a good?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to get some bids in here before we.
Yeah, sorry guys. There's going to be a. I've been
a little bit of distraction.
Yeah, we got a couple minutes, so.
Here we go. Oh, I'm getting some errors on. Can you imagine if this ends up being one of those where they?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh my Lord.
All right.
Outbid. Yeah, man, I'm outbid on most of the stuff. I gotta see
I
if I
think
can.
I'm only a high bidder on 2 things right now.
Yeah, a lot of interest out there, for sure.
That Uruguay team card postcard is at 190.
190.
Mm-hmm.
My lord. And all it had was that little pencil mark on the back.
Yep.
Man,
I don't know what to. I just keep
know.
swiping.
I don't know what to do.
It's like
here.
Tinder.
You don't need to disclose everything on this call, Bill.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was on there.
Let's see. Yeah, there's just so much fun stuff out there. It's going to be, again, easy to get distracted as we're rolling through. These 5-minute windows get kind of tight when a bunch of stuff is going on.
Yeah, I just need to make sure that things get extended.
Yeah, exactly. Buy myself another 5-minute
That's
frantic
right. So I don't have to talk for another 5 minutes.
Actually, I haven't even been looking at the. Yeah, I'm tuning out the comments here for a second, guys. So please bear with us.
Nope, less than a minute. Less than a minute.
Every now and then I'm getting this thing that says like page not available. Have you guys gotten that yet?
I've gotten that a few times on my PC. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a great look.
But it might be because you have too many tabs open. It only lets you have like 4 tabs open or something.
Oh.
Yeah, that's happened for quite a while. Sadly,
that's not appropriate.
Yeah, we had issues with it the last time we did this live.
Man, the Orsi $14,000 on the bid.
That's awesome. Then the Sazi's at 150.
And the Nasazi 30 Andes was it 16 more or less yesterday?
Yeah.
So the Orzi being more than the Andrade, how do you feel about that?
Say that again.
So the Orzi right now is more than the Andrade that closed at gold.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's earlier in his career. It's a really, really tough issue. I mean, I can see the argument. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like it's. If it goes crazy beyond this, I get it. Like these are the kind of things that you have to bid to get, right? So it's like, I personally feel like those two are similar. So, I mean, I feel like that they're kind of pretty much.
We lost Scott.
Did I knock you out?
I don't know if it was the connection.
Oh, no. Sorry about that.
I won't take it personal.
Yeah, so we were having a discussion. How do you feel now that Orzi is ahead of the Andrade?
I think it should be.
And
I have them both, but I think it should be.
Yeah, I saw that Fritz Walter crazy deal. The back was stained on that, but a crazy deal on that.
I actually got that.
No.
Yep.
Nicely done.
Thanks.
Yeah, good job.
So that's a great deal on that.
All right, let's get back to the top.
Yeah, my feeling on the Orsi is that I think that's probably his best card. And
yeah.
I don't feel the same way about the Andrade.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair.
But there's more Orsis, right? I mean, especially if you want to go into Italy, you can certainly pick up an Orsi.
Totally. Those are a completely different ballpark, though.
Right. What are you guys thoughts?
Yeah, not
Orsi's up to 15.
not unlike that.
So that's 18.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think you prefer the Andrade, right? Like
I just like that Andrade particularly. I don't know why that's always called me.
Yeah, I mean it's a beautiful, and I mean, get them both. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, of course.
Right.
Seb, trading Italian Orsis for Andrades.
Huh?
Trading Italian Orsis for Andrades. Let me know. So we have 3 items over 10K. Looks like
Here's the Americana. The Americana. I don't love the back on this one, but
to get one, and that sold for 11.
Oh, it sold already.
Yeah. So it ended. The Titolare 6 went for 9, which I feel is like a good buy.
I think that is a good buy.
4,800 for the Maradona crack. 5,250 for the Puskas. We're at $4,000 for the Titulares 86. What else? Revancha 2,600. Tarasconi at 3,600.
3,600. Wow.
Yeah. So we're at what's that?
$4,000.
4,300.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's solid.
That is.
You know what's good about that is then you can use that to comp off some of those other cards in the set that you don't see come up.
Whoa, the Manuel, JM Moreno just jumped up to 17.
Wow.
Oh baby, I'm loving life.
That's a I'm not fucking around bid.
Yeah.
Well, 2 people aren't fucking around.
Yeah, there's got to be. Yeah, there's another one out there, right?
It's the grade. It's the rarer version. It's gorgeous.
So if you had to pick between those 2 cards, the Orsi and the Moreno, which one would you take?
God. I mean,
man,
yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah, they're both good.
I'd probably go Moreno. I think. But I prefer Orsi because I'm more like I collect Orsi. But it's so hard to like, and I love Plus Ultra, which is like my favorite set in all the land. So, that's a great question.
It's hard. I think because I don't have that particular Orsi, I probably lean in that direction. But if I was an investor, I think I would prefer the Moreno.
It's up to 18,000, 16 for Orsi. I love these things.
This is a fun ride, right? And we're only in the first section, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that Orsi just remind you of those old baseball card sets?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. This is actually, we're in the second now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It looks like maybe that Fritz Walter is the only one I'm getting.
I have my first win of the night.
Yeah?
Yeah, one of the Rivellino, the 66, the yellow one.
Oh, awesome.
Congrats. Was that your first Fritz Walter, Bill, or no?
It is, actually. I'm just like kind of waited it out, and Jeff, thanks for having this first win in the books.
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, congratulations. What'd you get? Pelkey Titulares 86 is interesting. This specific variation is hard to find. Good eye appeal for a PSA 1. No doubt.
Did that close already?
No, it's at 4,300.
Yeah, it's by far the hardest version. I wish PSA broke out these versions. If they somehow do, there's value in any of those cards because there's so few copies.
Revancha 2,800. Oh, Tarasconi ended at 4,320 with BP.
That was me.
That was you?
was me.
Awesome.
Nice.
That was
Jeff got the Zidane Superfoot PSA 10.
Good.
Hell yeah. Can't go wrong with Zidane.
Let's see what else. Where's the
1425 for the Vav. That just feels so low.
but it's extended, right? So
it's not extended this time.
Oh, it's not yet.
Yeah, there's another Ultra that's up too. The Tesori. The
Tesorieri, yeah.
Yeah, it's still going. It's at 550.
Yep. I was high bidder on that for quite a while.
That's a nice card.
Yeah, Boca. Isn't it Boca Legend?
Yep.
Whoa, this well, I guess it's 1320, but it seems low. On Ronaldinho sticker, PSA 6 went for 1300. I feel like that's low. That's a hard sticker. I know you guys don't go this far up, but I'm surprised by that.
Let's see, what else are we at? 4,200 now at the.
Woo, Jose Moreno, JM Moreno, man, 19.5.
Let's get back. Let's get back there.
That's a big number.
Yep, 19.5 and 16.
Yeah.
Got 1 minute left in this one.
Anybody know what was the last big Moreno sale? Anybody know?
Last time there was like a regular one that sold for what, 9 last time?
I think that's right.
I feel like there's some value there.
Yep.
Where can I spend more money?
Yeah, where can I spend more money? I love it.
Puskas up to 6,500.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Do you think the Jam Moreno hits 20? I mean, it's
Yes.
so close right now.
I will say yes.
Okay. Well, it's over it now with the BP, right? So.
No, yeah, I'm talking about on the bid, so it'd be like 24.
I just keep bidding. You guys are a bad influence.
Oh no, yeah, don't let us influence you. But go get it. Go get it, Bill.
Yeah, you're not even like enabling me. I'm just bidding because I'm excited.
Wow.
Oh, somebody got a Kitty PSA 5 Puskas for 700. I think that's some good value in there.
Yeah, it's a good grade, right? Like it looks really, really nice.
Very hard grade.
Look at the 59 Alba Rivera, 1725.
That's a high grade, no? I mean, a 3?
It's a 3, but for that set, that's a high grade, I think.
Yeah, those Aguilas. 260 for the Orsi.
Is that where it closed at?
No, it hasn't closed. Revanche at 2,800. That just feels low for that. I'm afraid to.
Where's the Revancha?
It's at 2,800. It feels low to me. Like,
yeah, it feels low to me too. But I mean, the back isn't great, and it is a little wash. It's just that's such a tough card.
I've been outbid.
That's a tough card.
19.5 and 17. Let's see here. 77.50 for the Puskas. So we're at what, 90 over 9 grand.
I can't see very well on my screen. Is that the Maradona's at 6 now?
52.50. So yeah, 6,300. Titularis 86 is at 4,800 plus BP. 3,000 for the Di Stefano now. It's like we're influencing bids.
Well, as we go.
2,500 for the Rivera.
Wow.
20. Whoa. I love that card though.
Yeah.
Love it. I think I just was searching on there. The last 2s sold, which again, a 3-2 sold for 1,000. So it seems like a pretty good increase on that one.
So we had the PSA 2.5 of the number 50 Titularis Pele went for 1,860. And the PSA 3 is going to go for less than that at this point. But I feel like the PSA 2.5 had better eye appeal.
Mm-hmm.
I know people don't like postcards, but that Cruyff Vita Nova, that's I think that's a high grade.
Yeah, it said highest grade.
I think the 6 is the highest grade. Where is that? 1500?
Did I pass it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, the Andrade is up to 500.
Yeah, it's great colors on that. I love that one.
You know, I've got one of those books, but it's not complete, and I've like, should I cut it up?
Yep.
But now I'm looking at some.
Yeah, the Choco went for 1530 sold.
As the highest grade, and I love that.
Yep, picture. 1 of 7. I mean, you're not getting much earlier. If you're willing to take a postcard, which if you're into soccer, you probably will be at some point willing to take a postcard.
I mean, and it's clearly, you know, a year before some of his other issues. That's another reason why I like it. Where was the Di Stefano again? You just want to see if it was $3,000 last time.
Yeah, $3,000, but it's extended.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks like the Moreno and the Orsi have not been extended.
Have not been extended.
And we got 1 minute left. Let's see what else hasn't been extended. It looks like a lot of things. The first thing that PSA 3 Titulares hasn't been extended.
So what do you guys think of this format? Do you like it? Like every 10 auctions where it's a real heavy dump on vintage?
Yes, I do. I enjoy this because it gives us more, you know, like it just gives us something to get really excited about, right? Like we used to do during our voice chat. It does suck the other weeks, but I kind of enjoy this. How about you?
I feel the same way. You know, until the space picks up where there's a lot more buyers and a lot more activity, I think this is the way to go.
Yeah. Ed says, rough night. Can I borrow some money quick? Henry says, I got the 51 Gilmar, which is the one that I was hoping to get tonight.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's a great,
I definitely had my eye on that.
Yeah.
I had, that's a sticker that I had in my video from 1950s.
Yep.
And it's a great sticker. So congrats on that. What was the end price? Last time I checked, it was like 400 or 500. So
Pelkey says it's a Zoff night for me. Won both the Panini Auto and the Imperia.
Oh, that's nice.
What those go for, Adam? And then he said, bid on my VAV PSA 4, please.
His
shameless marketing.
The auto one for 380. I was the underbidder.
Wow, that's a great price.
Yeah, I was the underbidder on that, Adam. If I wasn't doing this, I'd be more focused on all these.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? So the J.M. Moreno ended up at 23.4 with BP.
Wow.
And it looks like the Orsi is still going. Still at 77.50 for the Puskas, 5,500 for the Crack Maradona, 5,500 for the Titulares 86 Pele.
Yeah, good one.
PSA 9, 70 World Cup, 2,900. I mean, you're not getting much better grade, are you?
I think, there's only a couple 10s, I think.
And so crazy that they don't have comments underneath that one. It just blows my mind.
Yeah, I feel that on a lot of these. Like
take a fucking second, will you?
Yeah, I know that they have so much volume that it's hard, but I mean, on some of these cards.
Well, Rivera's at 2,600.
Yeah.
Some of these cards, it's just like.
Nice to see the Cruyff actually. You know, we were seeing like PSA 1s go for like nothing basically. So
yeah, like $1,000 or something.
2,000 for a 2, which I mean, at least it's kind of in a.
They've kind of disappeared too, though, right? I mean, we were seeing them pretty often, and then we went like 6 months, and after Al bought his 30th one.
Stop. The Vav's at 1,550 now,
and the
Copa's still fighting.
The Rivera is now at 3,000 after the BP.
Yeah.
We already said that. Yeah.
Do you think that's his best card?
I do.
Yeah, me too.
PSA 4, Eusebio yellow for 1,200.
That's taking a
Did
shot.
it close?
Yes.
Wow.
Good for the buyer. Where's the Kaluna? Is that still going? Yeah,
Yep.
1250. I just checked.
Yep, 1,250. Let's see what else we got. What do I need to bid on?
No, there's an ultra for you. Grab the Tesori.
I am the underbidder.
That's a good one. That's a good one. So we've got a couple things. Oh, so I just checked on the postcard. That's it, 270.
Oh, the Uruguay team?
Yeah.
1575 for the VAO now.
Boy, we've been seeing a lot of those mirrors come up, and they always do well. But it seems that the some of the odd teams like Czechoslovakia and Russia, they seem to do better than the Brazilians. I don't know.
I just think that they're rarer, right? At least to my experience, they're rarer.
That seems to be the perception based on what people are paying. I don't know the set enough to say, but
8,000 for Puskas.
That's definitely higher than I expected as an authentic, because a 4.5 a few months ago went for what, 16? Something like that. Can't really remember.
You get a lot of people that can buy at certain levels, so you could probably get a lot of people that would love that card, but they're not going to be able to pay over 10 grand.
Yeah, that's exactly what my thought is as well.
And this is why I think that
there's a floor.
That the Maradona discs, like the 22,000 to 3,000, that's kind of where the lower ones have been, is, how, you say, oh, well, you could get a 4 for 10,000, but, that's just a lot more than a lot of people can swing. So I definitely think you're right on that. Just that there's like a price of entry type of situation, which we saw on the Alifa Pele's for a while.
Yep.
All right. I saw something I need to bid on.
We'll get it done.
Yeah, too late on this round. I know it was extended, so I'm okay with that. But okay, so the Orsi ended at 21.6.
Wow. Good night. That's a good
big number.
PSA 2 Pele Alifa just under 10. So 82.50 for the Puskas. 6,600 total for the PSA 6 crack Maradona.
That's about where I think the last one sold. At one point, that card sold for $100,000 in the boom when it was the highest grade.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And you thought the guy that bought the Copa did bad.
Just zinger after zinger. Oh.
A nice Mesa closed.
The disc?
Yeah, that was cool. I like that.
7,500 for that 86 now, which is deserved in my opinion. 3,400 for Di Stefano, Revancha.
Still going, right?
Yep. The Rivera ended 31.20.
Wow. That's
a big price.
It is. What is it like? It's more than double, I think, the last one, right?
Yeah, the last one was a 2 and it went for 1,000. At least according to the data that I have.
I think 3 might be the highest grade, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool looking disc. The Meazza.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Whoever's outbidding me on the Tesori area, I'm done.
Sindelar still going.
There's been a decent amount of those for sale recently. Champ says we should do an ultra modern box case breaks to fund our pre-war purchases. We do that at the Soco. We buy boxes of new shit and open them and ask, "Who's this?" No. Is this
turn
good?
it around like this? Like, what is this?
Everyone's shiny. Which one's supposed to be good?
Yeah, is this the purple flower prism one, or is this the orange dot one? I can't really figure it out.
You know,
I love this sticker.
I just bought 100 packs of the 36 German set. You know, that Olympic film. Sport.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So fun.
Yeah,
it is fun.
We could have a pack rip.
Are you gonna open it?
Yeah, you should do pack wars at the Soco.
Are you gonna open it really or no?
I've got 100 packs. I actually picked up 200, and I sold 100 to somebody else in the Discord.
That's
nice.
Cool.
I thought about just taking it because it's got some decent cards,
too.
but it would be fun. Maybe bring them.
Definitely be fun.
Sell them off at like $10 a pack and let people have fun with them.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, not much left.
So yeah, I was just gonna say, what is left?
I need to refresh this so we get rid of the ended ones. Let's see. Sorry guys, I just need to scroll real quick. There's over 48 left.
Wow.
So there's 48 left. And
do you know how much of it is soccer or no?
Well, this is all soccer.
Oh, okay.
Yep. This is everything 2002 and earlier for soccer. Revancha 3,400.
I predict that'll be the last one going.
I think you're correct.
There were a couple interesting German cards that I don't think they were going to bring more than a couple $100, but I haven't followed them. I'm curious to see where they ended up.
Yeah, and that's kind of the problem here. It's like, oh man, it's really hard to follow some of those things that would be interesting on a normal week that are in here, just because of the big names, right?
Hey, Bill, can you circle up to that Ferreira that's right above there? How'd that do? Oh, it's wow. Okay.
But that's at what, 900?
Yeah, 925.
That I think is a huge price.
Yep.
Yeah, all of the lays are doing pretty well. I saw the Cáceres Christmas one for 500. It's probably okay, but I think I saw another one that did one for X6. Oh, the Cerro, I think. Roberto Cerro went for 840. I know it's a PSA 4, but that's still a big price.
This is a big price for the Miata. 46 Miata.
Yeah.
360.
That's a 5. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
5. Oh yeah.
What does yours do?
It's at 310. Still chugging along.
Oh, Needham. That Needham was nice.
Oh yeah. Shit, it's a Tatty too, right? That's really nice. What is it? A 5 or 2?
2.
Okay.
What
are these Charltons, the AMBCs close at?
So this is a 4. It's at 250, but we're gonna get to a point where these end up selling for a much better premium than the Planets, because there's so many less of these.
Yeah, that's a card I picked wrong. So I really thought that was something that would take off.
Same.
Yeah, me too. But I think my highest grade is like a 6 still. I just don't have the high grades, just don't come up that often.
There's one on eBay right now, a 7.
A 7. Yeah, there was one on ComC, but I think it was an overgraded 7. At least in my eyes.
You might think that of the one on eBay also, but I'm not sure. I think I didn't look at it really good, but it looked good to me. But I think there might be a corner that was a little iffy, like staining wise.
Yeah, look at you got the 86 titulares now at 9,000. It was up there, and the Puskas at 10,000. Is that at 9,000? So it'll be 10,800.
Yeah. I think I just got outbid. Damn it!
Dang it! Don't you hate that? Whoa!
I wish no. Why are you guys watching this? Let's see.
Yeah. So what about the Pele Aquarellas that Nils was talking about. There was a 4. I don't know if that closed. Let me see if I can find it.
Jeff says it's going to be a pre-modern night for me. Congrats on whoever picks up the 60 Americana Pele. Absolute beauty. J Red says, was waiting 10 weeks for the vintage special, and my only win is a 2022 Casemiro.
Oh, no. So sorry.
Thanks for the live, lads. These always a great watch. Thank you. Jeremy just said the Orsi sold 21.6. So sorry, guys, I'm a little bit behind on these. What do you guys think of the 42 Andrade? After his career, but I mean, if that's your entry point.
Did it end?
No, I think he's just talking in general.
Oh, in general. Let's see.
There's the Aquarello with, Pele Aquarello auto seems cheap compared to Messi Bis auto selling for like 30K yesterday. Yeah, right. And we're at 3,700 for the autograph Pele.
Did Pele's brother sign that?
Maybe. I mean, it doesn't look shaky.
Isn't that the Messi autographs?
Yeah. So you've got. So I just checked the other. Both of the other Andrades are going. The 32 right now is at 1,300. So it's on the
here we
price.
Are. Yep.
And the 42 is at 650.
Okay, well, here we are. Yep.
That's a nice looking card, though, right?
I love this set.
And I mean, it's post Planker, but it's 1940, right? And it's like whatever, 85 years old or whatever, right? So we're like right there. It's a great. It's celebrating how great he was, right? So yeah. I also think that it's amazing. And then Nasasi at 175 seems dirt cheap.
Well, and then you get a 32 Nasasi. It's at 220. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like that.
I think, yeah.
The disconnect here, at least, you know what I mean?
If I was not going kind of with the market flow, I would be definitely picking up Nasasis here on a relative basis.
Yep. What else? 15 seconds left. Good luck, everybody. Let's refresh this. All right, let's see what happened now.
Let's see what happened. The refresh.
So the Titularis ends at 9,000 with buyer's premium.
I think that's fair. It's a great card.
Yeah, I would be happy if I'm the buyer at that price, being that it's the rarest. Kaluna still going. That's great to see. Ferreira at 950.
Wow.
Tesorieri at 800. Just went up as I'm looking at it. Oh, we're in the minutes now.
Shit. Oh, it's already in the 1 minute?
Yep.
Thank God I saw that.
Yeah, right.
So there was $1 Ochoa that sold.
Oh, yeah, it was super out of focus though.
$250 though.
No,
yeah, super cheap.
Yeah.
All right, so the Puskas ends at 10.8. Di Stefano's at 3,800. We're at 1850 on the Vav.
Hey, what do you think of those 1970 Bagiolis? Do you like those? You know which ones I'm talking about? That have
all the like the rays of light coming out of them.
Yeah,
yeah. I personally like those a lot.
Yeah, so do I.
Really fun.
I didn't win it. I'm looking at a Beckenbauer that sold for 120.
What was the grade?
Let's see. It's a 6.
That seems like a good deal. I like those.
Right. I mean, not punched out. Oh, very nice. I like that set.
If you want half of a Pele, Titularis supplemental, $120 for a 4. That seems like a At some point, somebody's going to want it because it's a 58 Pele.
Yeah, no, and a 4 is a high grade in any of those.
All right. I'm giving up after this. For whoever is bidding against me.
A 1960 Stella Pele with the yellow border sold for 162. That seems pretty cheap, right?
Yeah.
The 62?
The 60 with the yellow border.
Oh, the yellow border. Yeah. I actually won the 59 Pele, the orange one. I had my marker bid, it looks like, and looks like I won that.
Which one was that, Al?
It's the Orbis, I think it is, the orange one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'll look at it closely. Right now, I'm not focused so much on what I've won. I'm more focused on what I'm still bidding on.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
We'll worry about that at a later date, right?
Yeah, I'll get the bill at the end. I did notice that I had won a few things. I'm like, oh, wasn't even following that. I tried to do a better job of placing my bids before we got on the call here tonight, so I had some, a little bit more flexibility.
That Carvajal sold for 336.
Oh, I thought that I was going to surprise. On our last call, I think I said what, 400?
Yep, that's exactly what you said. Yep,
that's a nice car.
So the Pele Auto for 4,700. So, yeah. Di Stefano 4,200.
Yeah, so what do you think of these two? Which one would you rather have? Di Stefano?
Easy for me.
Yeah.
But
you, Scott?
The Di Stefano or the Pele?
Yeah.
Oh, I would take the Di Stefano.
But getting a 9 Pele of an iconic sticker of his is probably the better, quote unquote, definitely the more liquid, right? Like, it's just, I would much prefer the Di Stefano.
Yeah, I feel
by a lot for me, but
I feel like the Di Stefano has. I don't think it's illiquid at all because I think so many people are looking at that thing. Oh yeah, the Ruby Maldini.
That thing's just plugging along, man.
Yeah, the Ruby Maldini came in. It was like 800 before we even got to extra time.
Did that end?
Copa's still going?
Copa is still going. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's see. Di Stefano 44. Pele 44. We're at 1,900 on the VAV, 1,850 on the Copa. Kaluna ended at 1,830. We're at 1,050 on the Tesorieri.
Oh, look at that. So the Pele, okay.
Huh. 840 for the Andrade, the 42. I'm sorry, I'm losing my brain. I'm just bidding on shit now. It's just so stupid.
Oh, I love it. It's all good.
I mean, whatever. At the end of the day, I'm not going to regret the purchases. So 4,600 for Di Stefano. 4,500 on the Pele. 1,925 on the VAV. 1,900 on the Copa. The 32 Andrades at 1,625. Orsi Aguila is at 450. The 32 Nasazi's at 380. We have the Dolar Independiente Orsi PSA 4 at 290. Telmo Zara Balas just ended 276. And then a 66 Ferrero Muro Regalo Eusebio at 210. And am I bidding again on this item?
So we've got
I am
48, 47. The valve closed at 23. Still feel like that's low.
Yeah, I feel that as well. All eyes are on the Revancha.
Which we had guessed maybe one of the last ones standing, right? So
yeah, that's what you said, and I think you're getting there. There's only about a dozen, maybe. Yeah, 10 of them.
Boy, look at that Andrade doing 1725.
The 32. Yeah, he's on a heater.
I was gonna say, if it wasn't for the golden auction, you'd think we'd be seeing that at this price right now?
I don't think so. I think we'd be.
Di Stefano ended at 57.60.
Yeah, I think it's so hard. Oh, look at that. USMNT snagged the VAB. Yeah, it's a great card. I think that was a very good value there, Alec. And like Bill said in many of our videos here, finding one that has the white border around is like really hard. So great pickup there. I actually was almost going to jump in here at the end because I just thought that was just great value in that card. And then Doug was saying Di Stefano easy choice versus the Pele. Yeah, I mean,
we're pretty biased.
Yeah, it's. I think you're right. I mean, there's two things to look at it. Like for our group though, I can't imagine it's got to be 9-1 who prefer the Di Stefano than the Pele.
Yeah, that's I'm happy if I'm the buyer, even at that 5,800. I think.
Yeah, it's a difference between rarity and condition rarity, right?
Yep, totally. And we know there's a shit ton of these Peles, and it's not it's the basic version, right? So it's
yeah, but the basic version, I will say, does have some
condition sensitivity.
Yeah, like that one seems to grade a little tougher. I think some of the international, which is the black and red, were just not distributed, so they ended up coming out cleaner than some of the greens. There are a lot more greens, but I think it has it just has a tough thing there to get a nothing.
The Aguila Orsi 576.
What did the Monty sell for? Do you remember?
I didn't catch that before when it ended. All right, I had my last bid in.
So again, that's like, to me, those are kind of equally valued cards, but I wonder, because we saw the Orsi sell for 21,000, that this one caught the wave.
I think that's what we'll see. I think that it caught the wave of in a similar way that maybe this a couple of these Andrades caught a wave,
right,
of the golden auction last night.
So there's 6 cards left in soccer. We still have the Copa. The Andrade, Bremer Pele, Needham, 32 Nasazi, Independiente Orsi. Ooh.
Well, what was that Needham at? Was it 650?
Yep, 650.
Wow. Okay.
Who is bidding on that damn Independiente sticker?
I bid on it early, but I figured you were bidding on it, so I stopped.
Thanks. I finally won the damn thing.
Yeah, good for you. That's cool. I like it.
I have the Plus Ultra of that, so I was like, I kind of want to pair them up,
Yeah, no, that's good.
I shot my barrels.
Up to 310. Were we bidding against each other?
Oh, no, I'm not on that at all.
Oh,
no.
You shot on other shit?
I was the underbidder on the Johnny Unitas card, which was.
Oh, damn it!
Yeah, card's been eluding me for 15 years.
So Al B lost the 70 Pele.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'll out myself. That was me, Albie. That was the only one.
Of fucking course.
That was the only 9 I didn't have, and it's not a strong 9 to be honest with you, but it's a 9. So I just.
Yeah, my
So
dog's pissed
sorry,
about
buddy.
that too.
you're gonna give him your 8, right?
Yeah, I think I have. I think it's a 7. I don't know. So if you're interested, let me know. I just wanted to get on my.
LB knew it. If only I could cover Al's face with this instead of Scott's.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's good. I mean,
now you're covered.
there you go. Great. Yeah, I was really hoping to get the Orsi tonight, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah,
I didn't get it.
You went pretty hard at that one, huh?
But you already have
one. But I wasn't. Was I? Let's see. Let me see where the Orsi ended up. Oh, I was the underbidder. So
5 left. And some I did not expect to be. Like the Needham, the 232 Uruguayans.
The Copa ended at $3,000.
Did it end?
Not yet.
I thought it
did. One of the last ones last time too.
Let me refresh. Maybe it did. It did end at $3,000. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So 30%.
Pain.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm hurting.
We've all won.
It's all, you win some, you lose some, right?
Right.
Totally. So we're down to just the 32s, the one Bremer Pele, which is interesting, and the Needham Taddy.
Where's the Bremer Pele?
Oh, it ended. So 8-10. So we're down to 3 items left.
Fun.
The 232s and the Needham.
So yeah, I mean, and I love the Taddy here, so that's great. Thoughts on I thought the auction was great. I think it really, from the beginning to the end, it had kind of something from everyone, different price ranges, a lot of cards you don't see often. Most of the pricing that I'm looking at, with a few exceptions, I think was good to strong in that general range. There's a few, weak spots like the VAB, like the Ochoa dollar, but I think you could look at those and say, hey, maybe they're, you see those cards more frequently, or the Ochoa was off focus, or, out of focus or something. So you could kind of make a rationale of why those would have gone for the prices they did. I think the Puskas did a little more than I expected, as did the Orsi and the JM Moreno, but I don't think any of those were absolutely crazy. I don't know, guys. What did you think?
I think it was something for everyone, right? I mean, no matter what your entry point was, you could have participated in this auction and had a good fighting chance at walking away with something. And I think that's great.
And something great, right? Like I'm just scrolling right now and I'm looking through this. I mean, there's just some great stuff in here. I mean, Rivellino PSA 9. I mean, there's just not. That's the only one. It's got to be.
I would think so.
Right. So, and that went for what? Not even $2,000. I mean, if you're in pre-modern, there was some great stuff. The Maradona 6 ended up being what, 6,500.
I mean, I'm stoked about like what I got, like the Walter for 540. Like,
that's crazy.
That felt good. Yeah. And then I probably overpaid for the Independiente, but like South American, not easy to find. PSA 4,
right?
Like
PSA 4, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
so
you're not
like,
gonna...
those are the kind of things like I'm happy to spend like lower dollar stuff and get stuff that's like, I feel good about, you know what I mean? And like, it'll be in my collection for forever. So, yeah. And I mean, none of the prices, like there's prices that surprised me. Yes. But like, I can logically talk it out and it makes sense. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like I really do enjoy, the way this auction goes, and I got caught up in the excitement. So I feel like that it's a success when I'm getting excited about the stuff. You know what I mean? Like so because if I am, I know other people are, and probably more so than I am. So yeah, I think this has been a good thing. And just before you guys go, just give us a thumbs up. Also, don't forget, if you're going to Chicago, hit us up. We're going to be at Soco, and we'll be set up. The three of us have tables together. So if you're new here, come and visit us. And
and join the Discord if you're not in the Discord and you somehow found us. Make sure you get there. Hey, last thoughts. What do you think the probability are that the JM Moreno and the Orsi ended up with members of the Discord?
Oh, I think they're very high.
Yeah.
I think I would bet more so the Orsi than the JM Moreno. Like if I was gonna say which one's more likely. But so I would I would imagine Orsi is less of a household name, right?
At that price, right? At that price, that's going to be somebody that is deep into vintage.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess that. I don't know. 90%.
These both ended. Soccer's done.
Yeah, I think 90% chance that both of those ended up in the Discord, which is awesome, by the way. And if you feel comfortable, certainly celebrate those amazing victories. Congrats on those pickups. Those I think are a couple of marquee pre-war cards. But then again, there were marquee cards for every era in this auction. So super fun, super excited. Hope everybody had a great time. I know I did.
I think it's just going to help us comp everything, with such a breadth of stuff that's sold that we don't often see.
Yeah, it'll be fun to talk about this again. On Thursday when we do state of the market?
When it kind of all settles in, right?
Yeah,
and then you're like, because I'm like, okay, wow. In general, I think Pele has been a little softer, and there's been other things of strength in the market, and I think generally that's good, right? But things work in cycles, so it's great. I'm happy that I could share this evening with you guys and everyone who was on the chat as well.
Yeah. Great going to Soco.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. It is getting me excited for Soco. That we're getting close. So we'll see you guys on Thursday for State of the Market, and then hopefully we'll see you guys in person.
Great. Thanks for the
within the month. So have a good night.
Take care, everybody.
Bye now.
Bye.
Did I hit end stream?